What up, it's your boy T-Burn on Reaction. Today I'm doing some basketball reaction vids, mainly dunks in honor of the NBA All-Star game, All-Star extravaganza today. I'm used to say All-Star Weekend, but it's only one day because today, but everything will be done in one day. But other than that, let's check out this video. Is the most disrespectful dunks from all 30 NBA teams. So let's see which dunk was the most disrespectful dunk out of each team. Let's get it.
In the NBA, we see them all the time. Jaw-dropping dunks, game-changing dunks. These dunks are great, but disrespectful dunks, well, those are a much more vicious story.
But guys, before we jump into everything, I want to thank SimpliSafe for sponsoring today's video. We will talk more about SimpliSafe later.
Anyway, what's up guys, Mike here, and I'm sure you are going to argue with me a lot during this video, so if you disagree with any of my picks for these dunks, please comment down below and tell me how dumb you think I am. Also, please like this video and subscribe for more content. And now, starting off strong with one of the best dunkers of all time, we have Dominique Wilkins of the Atlanta Hawks. Many people have said this dunk by Dominique over Bob Lanier is his best, but personally, I like this one where he dunks over 3 Pacers players at once.
Okay.
The most
Yeah, I give him that.
Dunk. Well,
ball picked off by Rollins. Looks like the Hawks want to run. They find Wilkins. Look out.
This one.
Dominique was just a rookie when he made a Larry Bird fall.
Yeah, I'm about
with
to say
this
that one.
monster
That one
slam.
was it, but
Rookies, though, the Boston Celtics have recently struggled against LeBron James-led teams, but
Celtics with 67 points. With
Tatum dunking LeBron, yeah. Yeah. I give him that one.
Then, talking some talk, this dunk meant so much to Tatum that he and his parents actually have real posters of it in their houses.
Wow.
Now, though, jumping to another greatest dunker of all time,
That's
Vince Carter playing for the New Jersey Nets.
Mid-air,
bonus points
back
with this
down, dunk on
throwdown
Zoe
over one of the league's best shot blockers, Alonzo Mourning. Looking back at this dunk, Carter has said that everything felt like it was in slow motion, and he knew he was making history in this moment. That is awesome because, of course, he was right. Meanwhile, in the city of Charlotte, Baron Davis has had some great dunks, Gerald Henderson has had some great dunks, Larry Johnson has had some great dunks, but personally, my 2 favorite dunks from Charlotte are Miles Bridges attempting this insane dunk in the Summer League, and the winner here.
Bucks are in a hurry. How about that? Watch out! Miles Bridges out of nowhere!
And yes, in this video, of course, you move higher up on the list if you dunk on a Defensive Player of the Year or a great shot.
True,
By the way, did you know that Patrick Ewing once averaged 4 blocks per game? That will matter in a second, because Derrick Rose has had some monster dunks for the Chicago Bulls, that's for sure. Taj Gibson also did this to Dwayne Wade, which was incredible.
I remember that. I do remember that.
Of the best here, at least in terms of disrespect. Michael Jordan's dunk over Dikembe Mutombo with the finger wag was disrespectful. And
but
Jordan's
here we
dunk
go.
over Patrick Ewing was
So the whole
pretty
Knicks
sad,
top spot you
the
thought.
most disrespectful dunk for the Chicago Bulls has to be when
Oh no, this is one way. Yup. When Scotty dunked away and walked over to Ewing. I knew they were gonna pick that one. Yup.
Symbol of New York Knicks basketball.
That whole moment was disrespectful. He dunked on Patrick, walked over his ass, about to have the whole team fight him, and then told Spike Lee to sit your ass down. Wow, yes. That whole,
Sorry,
yes.
Knicks fans, continuing on.
Oh yeah, you know,
of course, for the Cleveland Cavaliers,
LeBron
James has been the star of the show and has embarrassed plenty of defenders. Any one of these dunks we are watching right now could be the pick here, but I like a wild card.
Davis with a rip away.
Oh, he dunked on Nash. Yep. Ricky Davis dunked on Nash. Yep. That was pretty nasty.
Sometimes you don't go for the charge, you get out.
That was pretty nasty. And then it happened to him again against Kobe.
For the trash talk that ensued.
Ricky Davis was that dude.
All-star Josh Howard was known to throw down the occasional highlight dunk, but he certainly outdid himself here against the Rockets when he bulldozed over a defender and performed a gymnastics routine on the rim. Now for the Denver Nuggets, we've got 2 contenders here. The honorable mention will be Carmelo Anthony, who at one point in his life had some bounce and showed it here when he throws down over Paul Millsap.
How you gonna disrespect Melo like that? Like he don't got bounce no more.
This dunk was nasty, but J.R. Smith tops it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this the Superman dunk. Yeah, the Superman 2-hand on somebody. The Superman 2-hand dunk. on somebody in them Spurs.
Insane. Meanwhile, most of the dunks on this list come from players like Ben Wallace and Andre Drummond, who were of course all-stars, in this case for the Detroit Pistons. And while Ben and Andre certainly had some great dunks, my pick for the Pistons' absolutely most disrespectful dunk.
Snell takes the inbounds pass. The boy gets run off the line.
Ew.
My goodness.
I love this, especially because Thompson just accepts that he has been sunned by a rookie and moves on. As for our next team, the main story of the 2007 Golden State Warriors was that as an 8 seed, they upset the top-seeded Dallas Mavericks in the playoffs. However, their signature moment came in round 2 when Andre Karolinko, who had averaged over 3 blocks the year before,
and then getting the basketball, because a lot of good things will happen, not just with
Oh yeah, B Diddy dunked on AK, yup. B Diddy dunked on AK, yup. Yup. Remember
this
that?
personally is one of my
Yup,
favorite dunks
remember
ever,
that one.
and Baron Davis embarrassed Andre Karolinko. And speaking of embarrassing, Sean Bradley is 7'6" and averaged over 3
Oh,
blocks per game in
when
multiple seasons. None of
when
this
Tracy
mattered,
McGrady
though, when for the Houston
rode like a
Rockets,
horse.
Tracy McGrady
Gave that man a nice little piggyback ride.
Yeah, you know you're about to be put on an embarrassing poster when you go up for a block and end up looking at the ground. Sorry, Sean, but T-Mac did it to you. So now, playing for the Indiana Pacers, Paul George certainly had some awesome dunks, including this 360 jaw-dropping masterpiece. But if we're looking at the one dunk where he really disrespected a man's life, well, in the 2013 Eastern Conference Finals...
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Birdman.
Cross, what a move, it counts on the foul. He beat LeBron James with a quick step.
The Pacers would win this game too after this dunk gave them some tremendous momentum. However, they would lose this series in 7 games. Despite this, after this series, Chris Anderson still felt like a loser. And with the mention of losers, the Loud City Clippers never gave us a championship, but they did give us some of the most ridiculous dunks of the 2010s, which means we have to give honorable mentions to Blake Griffin's 2 dunks over Pau Gasol, including this one where he elbows Pau in the face, and this one where he literally jumps over Pau. Both of these dunks would be at the top of a lot of franchises lists, but that is not the case here, as we have DeAndre Jordan.
Oh yeah, DeAndre on Brandon Knight. That shit's still nasty right there to this day.
A dunk that had Detroit Pistons fans celebrating and had Matt Barnes jokingly saying on his podcast that both Chris Paul and DeAndre should be in jail for ending Brandon Knight. Continuing forward, the Los Angeles Lakers are another team that have several dunks.
I wasn't gonna be the one
I
I just mentioned when
Kobe
dunked on Stash.
The second place finisher for me, disrespect-wise, is Kobe
on Dwight,
destroying the relationship between him and his future teammate Dwight Howard, because really, how does Dwight come back from this? Somehow though, Shaq does one-up Kobe's right here.
Here's Shaq.
Oh yeah, what's his name? Chris Dudley. And push my man. Hey, he threw the ball. Oh yeah.
As we see, Shaq not only dunks on Chris Dudley, but he also shoves him over in possibly the most disrespectful sequence I've ever seen. As for the Memphis Grizzlies, they have not had many incredible dunkers in their franchise history, but Rudy Gay was an exception. And his best throwdown had to come here against Houston.
Against Scola. Take him in the middle.
Ew. This disrespected Scola like that. Damn. That was disrespectful.
We see Rudy trying to send Luis Scola back to Argentina, where he came from.
But before we continue, guys, I want to talk to you about Simply Safe. Simply Safe.
All right, hold up.
To instantly move on to the Miami Heat, as again, they are one of those teams that have several top dunk candidates. I mean, you've got to love this dunk of Dwayne Wade throwing down on Kendrick Perkins after a 6 spin, and LeBron jumping over John Lucas. Absolutely unreal. Somehow, though, I don't have either of those
yes.
Dunk number 2
when he got Jason, the dunk and dunk with Jason Terry.
And the winner here is this.
Oh, it's not that one. Oh yeah, when on Virgil.
Dwayne Wade going coast to coast, and yes, as Marv Albert said, he gave Anderson Varejao a facial. It should be no surprise that for the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis is going to lead the way here, and as for the
it's probably going to be Ray Allen on McGrady. It should be, in my opinion. It should be.
Yeah, treating Tim Hardaway Jr. like a prop to jump over is pretty disrespectful. Now looking at the Minnesota Timberwolves, they have had some highlight dunks from Zach LaVine recently, but before Zach, of course, Kevin Garnett gave us some absolute posters. In my opinion though, none of these are too crazy, so let's switch things up and choose a 38-year-old Kevin Garnett who...
Ricky, good anticipation.
Got to be Blake. He's got KG trailing the play. Kevin Garnett.
Blake.
With a thunderous dunk.
As we can see, it puts a prime Blake Griffin on a poster and then gets a technical foul for trash talking. The technical foul, of course, giving him extra points for being disrespectful. Now with the New Orleans Pelicans, let's add another random name to this list with Kirk Snyder. Because I mean, look at this.
Rebounded it, but on the
Oh yeah, I remember this. Oh, I remember that. I actually remember that dunk.
Just in case you were wondering, LA.
Kirk
Snyder has some bunnies.
Over Von Wafer.
He has some bunnies.
Over him. That is the ultimate form of
Snyder has some
disrespect.
bunnies.
He didn't even give the man the chance to foul him. And this means we've gotten to the time we've all been waiting for, the New York Knicks, who actually have some solid candidates here. Like KG though, I want to do something a little different and give extra points to Nate Robinson on this.
Out to Harrington. Harrington for three. And short.
Oh, what a play from Nate Robinson. Flying in and slams in the rebound.
Yes, a putback dunk from a man who's about 5'9" over Leon Powe, in my opinion, certainly deserves a place on this list. Someone else who probably deserves a place on this list is Russell Westbrook, a man who many of you probably thought was guaranteed to make this list. Because as we all know, Russ has dunked on a lot of people, and when he dunks on someone, he certainly lets that person know they just got embarrassed. However, looking at the Thunder's franchise as a whole, the best dunk has to come from when they were the Seattle Supersonics. Well, just watch.
Oh yeah. Boom. Yup. Yup. Boom.
This is
crap me up every time the point.
Disrespectful dunk ever, as Sean Kemp destroys Alton Lister and then points at Lister's body, which was absolutely amazing. And looking at the Orlando Magic, we have two other big men who had a habit of putting other players on posters. Recently, Dwight Howard had several big-time dunks, but of course, before him, a young Shaq was an absolute monster. And so the pick here has to be Shaq disrespecting the basket as...
And I believe Shinks is...
Oh yeah, the one when he ripped the rim. Yep. We just saw it in another video. Yep.
He pulls down the whole thing against the Nets. Young Shaq was again very scary. On to the Philadelphia 76ers. They have three dunks I love, so let's start here with Andre Iguodala throwing down Yao Ming. Posterizing a massively tall guy, always a classic. Then on the opposite end of the spectrum, we have a short guy in Allen Iverson with a putback poster over Marcus Camby, where he briefly rides Camby like a horse. These are great, but the best is a throwback, as Julius Erving goes Cooper, and not only dunks on Cooper, but has the nerve to rock the baby on him with this flashy dunk. Meanwhile, while playing for the Phoenix Suns, Amari Stoudemire was a human highlight reel, and personally, my favorite dunk of his came against Jeff Foster, who Amari uses as a human cushion after he dunks all over him. Surprisingly though, this is not the Suns' best dunk. Tom Chambers has this historic play
Tom Chambers on Mark Jackson. Yup.
We just saw a man fly. Yes, Tom Chambers dunks with his knee on Mark Jackson's chest. Looking at the Portland Trailblazers now, there was a time where it looked like Brandon Roy was going to rise and become the best shooting guard in basketball, but sadly, his career became a what-if story. Still though, this dunk against the Los Angeles Clippers is historic.
Early in this NBA season, he's getting his opportunities, making the most. He goes inside and posterizes Checksum.
Yes, Brandon Roy embarrasses Checksum so badly.
I forgot about him, Checksum. I remember him.
After this season. And you've got to love watching Brandon Roy look back at his victim here. Now, surprisingly, the Sacramento Kings are a team that have three dunks I love. As
my man Gerald Wallace set on by jumping
as does DeMarcus
Bulky's neck.
Anthony Randolph. I think the Kings' best dunk, though, comes at the hands of Derek Williams with...
Elton Payton has really had just as good a year in his own.
Look out below!
Ew.
You don't like that. You don't like
I said the Jared Wallace one was the
Another
disrespectful
dunk
one.
over Bismack Biyombo, a man who basically was a human poster of a player. Meanwhile, as we all know, the San Antonio Spurs gained a label of being a somewhat boring team during Tim Duncan's run, as Duncan himself was known as the big fundamental. That does not mean, though, that he did not have some nasty dunks, and the best comes at the hands of multiple Defensive Player of the Year, Ben Wallace, who just gets owned.
After that great start.
Oh, okay.
Now, you probably think for the Toronto Raptors that Vince Carter is a shoo-in, and yes, Vince had some amazing dunks, including this one over Dikembe Mutombo. Vince is not my winner, though, and neither is DeMar DeRozan, even though he threw down over Rudy Gobert. My winner is a rookie, Tracy McGrady.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think I might know this one. I've seen this one before. Yeah. This one he jumped on.
Wow.
He jumped on my man.
This is one of the most underrated
Head.
dunks on this list because
It
I
fell
rarely
his back,
see
yup.
it, but it is an elite tier dunk. And speaking of elite tier dunks, Donovan Mitchell of the Utah Jazz has certainly had some sick dunks, including this putback on the Houston Rockets. Karl Malone also had some posters as well, but he sucks as a person. That's not relevant to this video. I just like to remind everyone of that whenever I can. Staying on track here, though, the best dunk in Utah history has to be this sequence from Jeremy Evans.
Oh yeah, Jeremy Evans was a throwdown one. Yeah.
Takes it coast to coast.
Ew.
Oh! Hammer down.
Yes, Evans swats Ronnie Turioff and then makes this an all-time play by dunking in his face on the other end. Absolutely amazing. Now though, let's finish this video off with a man who loves to disrespect other players on the court with the Washington Wizards version of Kelly Oubre. Because against the Toronto Raptors, Kelly Oubre
Gonna go all the way, lay it up, no good.
Ooh.
And a foul.
yes, he comes flying
That
in
was
for a
nasty.
monster jam against Pascal Siakam.
Wow.
And of course, talks his talk because that is what Kelly Oubre does. And so there we have it, guys. All 30 teams. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to
It's just crazy. Like some of the ones I already knew about, but some like I didn't. There's a few that I didn't remember too much about. I saw it, but other than that, this was a good video right here. He had some good points. I mean, everybody's on their opinion. He has some good picks right here. I can say that at least. Other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.